Beautiful day as it usually is here in Phoenix, such a dramatic setting here in the Arizona desert. Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche La NBA, the NBA celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, the NBA changed the lottery odds in 2019 to encourage competition among its conference's least successful teams. But some want even more to be done. They call for eliminating the draft altogether. Another potential solution? A play-in tournament for teams 7 through 10 in each conference, which would eliminate the need for trying not to win as much as possible during the regular season. However it's done, the league has stated its desire for parity. Kevin?
Great, DA. Thanks. Clark, we have a big-time matchup with the big men down low tonight.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, you're going to see both teams double these guys because they're just too hard to handle. Otherwise, they'll have to do their work and make their decisions quickly.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Andre Drummond is out there with Davis. Then it's LeBron James. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Kuzma in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Suns, Booker and Bridges are the wings. Ayton is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Paul in at the 1 spot. Tip-off goes to the Lakers. Schroeder with the ball. Out to Kuzma. Schroeder against Booker. They get it back. Second chance shot. And it's Drummond missing.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Bridges misses.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Phoenix shooting their first foul shot of the night.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Lakers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Got a piece of it, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. We're about 1 minute into the first. Now here's Drummond. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing.
Thrown down with force. Drummond with great feel around the rim. Now, usually he's one of the leading dunkers in the NBA because he doesn't waste any time or motion in there.
The pass to Booker. And Davis sends it back, and he's able to get it back. The Lakers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Kuzma, and Kuzma slams it in.
Boy, that's exactly the kind of strength Kuzma has to show, guys. I mean, take that contact, expect it, and still be able to convert. You've got to do that at this level.
Now, here's Bridges. 8 points his last outing. Pass to Booker. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Schroeder, and there's Booker on the assist by Bridges. Booker's got 5 now.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested. Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Passes it to James. Back to Schroeder. Lobbed up there for Drummond, and stolen by Ayton. Down low, and Ayton throws it down.
Dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
Now here's James. 29 points for him last game against Houston.
And even while he was powered up all those points, he still found a way to create chances for his teammates. The assists just kept on coming.
LeBron with it. Funded by Bridges, and James throws it down.
Tell you what, if he's within shouting distance of the basket, he's going to get his buckets. You can count on that.
Pass to Bridges. Paul outside. Over James. Here's Ayton. Tries again, and it's good on the way up. Ayton's got his second bucket of the night.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the miss, one of Ayton's specialties.
Paul against James. And stolen by Booker. And up the court come the Suns on the break. And the dunk by Booker.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for Los Angeles. It's a 5-point game. Greg for the Phoenix Suns with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought. There is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
And stolen by Ayton. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 4 rebounds in this game. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Boy, that's excellent work to get himself the and 1 chance. Kuzma's getting more and more savvy when it comes to getting to the line, drawing contact.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Suns.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
That one misses for Kuzma. Well, Clark, there's nothing like opening night. Preseason in the rearview mirror. Now the games count for real. Terrific time.
Yeah, exciting for everybody because hope springs eternal for all teams in the league after you get beyond preseason. And the games do count. They start calculating and documenting W's and L's.
And it's LeBron missing. Suns leading by 3. Ayton inside. He's guarded by Davis. Ayton kicks to Bridges. And here is Paul. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Dishes to Ayton. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Lakers trail by 5. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year convo from the get-go, is available, you have to take him. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day one for the Suns.
Take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Drummond.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D. The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Paul, played in with a nice touch off the glass.
You know, for a small guy, you've got to respect how calm Paul is inside. I mean, he knows he can get his shot over anybody, but he's got to be crafty and clever to do so. Good display of patience there.
And Kuzma slams it in.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
Now, here's Bridges. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. A nice shot by Booker.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
LeBron passes to Schroeder. Feeds to Davis. Good work there as it goes. Davis has got 6.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
Now, here's Bridges. Ball outside. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Now LeBron. The wide open look here for Kuzma. A 3-pointer off the mark. Booker against Schroeder. No good from Booker. And stolen by Booker. And Davis sends it back.
Well, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
Here is Paul after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. Outside Crowder. Now the pass to Bridges. Drills the 3-pointer. and the Suns lead by 8.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Paul passes to Crowder. Wants to get it to Booker and does. And the dunk by Booker.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And that one's good. Drummond.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now here's Booker. 29 points for him last game against Portland.
And he also dominated the glass out there. He hit the boards hard and often.
There's Schroeder following the basket by Chris Paul. James in the post, defended by Paul. But shot's good from LeBron.
LeBron's game has a real shine to it. Spit polish. And he's got a great feel of when to attack from there.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not too good. Good play defensively.
Alley-oop.
And there's Schroeder. That's good. The assist by Davis. And now it's just a 4-point Suns lead. And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. Pass to Paul. Shoots over Schroeder, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
Confident and precise is exactly how Paul owns the mid-range area.
We've got 1:48 left in the first. Here's LeBron, and the dunk by LeBron.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
To the middle, and stolen by James. And Drummond kicks to Davis. Latrell gets the three-pointer to fall. Davis has got 9 points.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
Yeah, he's setting himself up to be their go-to guy today.
Paul finds Booker. Now here's Ayton. Over in the corner, Paul. Back to Ayton. Good, and Paul gets the assist. He's got 8.
Strong start here early. 4 of his first 5 made.
Lakers trail by 3. James looking around.
Ooh.
By James.
You got to keep this guy away from the basket. I mean, that's about as easy as it gets for LeBron.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Passes it to Ayton. It's Crowder on the wing. Fires from the corner, and the Suns tack on 2 more.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure.
LeBron.
Pleasing already.
Let's go, James. Let's go, James.
Here's James.
Let's go, James.
He's got 8.
It was on us. Let's go, James.
6 on the shot clock.
Too good. Dunk. Yari to.
Trying to get open is
Nice.
Kuzma. James with the bucket.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. The Suns on top, up by 1. 2K Sports, back to Phoenix after this. There's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Paul. And Chris talked about where all that started.
It's been a sort of long relationship, you know, and obviously me, Bron, Melo, D. Wade have all really got really close. And that stems from the time with the Olympics, USA teams, and then just sharing a lot of the same likes and values and having kids and family and different things like that.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GA spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Johnson and Jaric are the 3 and the 4. Chris Paul is out there with Devin Booker. And it's Ayton in at the center position.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
Now here's James. 12 points for him. Yep, it counts.
Hey, you can't find any fault with the defensive effort there. I mean, at the end of the day, James's great offense was better than outstanding defense.
And stolen by LeBron. Here's Caldwell Pope. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And it's tied up with that one. And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
Clark, you were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin, I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio, when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age, and having them encourage me to keep going, and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball. Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Pass to Gasol.
Nice footwork.
Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And, you know, Gasol is really superb at scoring over the defense inside. Now, it's not just his height and length, but I think it's his girth. He knows how to use every part of his body in close.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
And a wide open look for James. From outside, off the mark.
And they had some boxed coverage that turned into no coverage.
Booker, good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one.
And they've had assists now on their last 3
Thank you for the notified.
And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are
Mr. Mantala.
The Lakers making a switch here.
Looking now at some numbers from Montrezl Harrell. Good season for him last year. 5th in field goal percentage, and he's a shot blocker as well. Top 20 in that category last season. Great timing and challenges at the rim.
And yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in the league for sure. Moves without the ball, avoids taking the bad shots. That's why he was top 5 in field goal percentage last year. Now here's Caldwell Pope over Booker. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Caldwell Pope. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Phoenix. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
Well, if they want to afford the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. In the last one.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that.
And here's Booker following the three-pointer from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Ball outside. Nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 6 assists now in the game.
That is the quick decision-making of Chris Paul. Doesn't take a single dribble, just sees it and hits it.
Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's LeBron. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Devin Booker. And the GOAT conversation, LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
No good on the free throw. And the bright lights of LA, perhaps too much for some players. But you know what, Greg? Not for LeBron James.
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations.
And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, opportunities to get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points, and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much elevation for Gasol to throw one down, of course, unless somebody's standing right in his way. That dunk is going to be easy money for him.
Now here's Payne. Oh, Ayton in position. Here's Horton Tucker. Again, Los Angeles.
That time the defenders were a little lazy getting to him.
Phoenix has gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight and buried every one of them. Harrell against Saric. Out to Payne. And the rejection by LeBron.
Using his length and timing and bounce.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish when he gets the space.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
And that one's good, Ayton.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
And there's the pass to Horton Tucker. Back to James. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Gasol, bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they had.
Nice shot by Booker.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Harrell finds James.
Dunk.
Gets it to go. Bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets.
Yari na naman. Ang lupit talaga ni Bukan. Bukan ba yan?
This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Harold dishes to James.
Balik.
Pass to Horton Tucker.
Yari na.
Good, and
Nice.
the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Boy, you're playing with fire. Anytime you leave somebody open on James' team, I mean, LeBron, his court vision, outstanding.
Johnson for 3. Under 14 for the Suns. Just 5 on the clock.
Oh,
And they call
God.
the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Pasok,
You know,
Davis.
after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
First
Yun,
trip to the free
pumasok
throw
na
line
rin.
for him tonight. Mikal Bridges checked in for Sharch. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Anthony Davis has checked in for Marc Gasol.
Find the lane. One shot.
And that one misses. Name some traits that make for a great team leader. You've been in that role. What did you like and embrace, and what have you seen from others?
Well, I think it starts with humility, a real sense of who you are and what your role is on the team as a leader, and then a really good example setting. I think those qualities are essential. Humility speaks to selflessness, but also being one that holds yourself accountable too.
Ayton finds Payne.
Oh, lamang na pala, Lakers.
Back to Ayton. Lots of room. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way.
Tatla.
I do love the confidence. Ayton knows he must continue to hone his jumper, especially shooting it off the catch.
Now here's LeBron.
Nice pass.
He's got 19. Basket good. And the Lakers lead by 2.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the
I'm out,
ball
bro.
comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
Phoenix making a change here. Crowder's checked in.
And checking out the numbers for James. Coming off a terrific season. He put up about 27 points per game last season. 8 assists and 8 rebounds. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
And here is Los Angeles now. After Mikal Bridges hitting the 3. Here's Payne. Horton Tucker with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Outside, Davis. He dishes it to LeBron.
Yari na. Ay, nice tilon.
Payne passes to Crowder. Over Davis. And the shot's good from Crowder. Crowder's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, he doesn't waste too many of those chances close to the basket.
Here's LeBron.
LeBron!
And the
Woo!
top by James.
And, you know, this is where James is most dangerous, attacking and looking to tear into that defense.
Pass to Ayton. It's Crowder on the wing. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
LeBron.
Caldwell Pope with it. He's got
Oh, walang yung tira yun.
Good.
Pasok pa rin.
Yeah, that's just outstanding focus on these hard finishes. I mean, Caldwell Pope fighting the score through contact and making it happen.
The Lakers have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Los Angeles. Alex Caruso comes in for LeBron.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Now here's Payne. No points in the game yet for him. Outside Crowder. Bridges kicks to Booker. Bridges passes to Ayton. And that one is off. And the Lakers will go the other way.
Alley-oop.
The Denver
Alley-oop.
Nuggets after this one. That game is the first and last of their home.
Nice shot.
32 seconds left to play here in the half. Crowder finds Payne. Here's Booker. And the
Lakas
two
ni
by
Booker.
Booker.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Chalk up 2 there. Booker's got 12 points now in the quarter.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
It's Davis on the wing. Shoots over Crowder. That one a little long.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on it.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Suns lead by 2. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. AD, you see how they're playing you in the first half. What's the adjustment going to be?
So, we got to come out with a great intensity, and it starts in the warm-up. So, we got to come out with a great intensity, great mindset, and try to go out there and win the third quarter.
I have never heard anyone say it starts in warm-ups until now. Thanks, AD. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Devin Booker putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 28 points, 2 steals, and 6 assists. Coming off a great performance last game, tonight he looked like he had that same aggressive mindset. Kenny, let's start with you. What did you think about the Suns?
Well, their playmakers are showing up tonight, seeing the court well, moving the basketball. That's why they had so many assists in the first half. And they're not just relying on ISO plays to generate points.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
Well, Ernie, I'm not even a player anymore, but I'm not happy with the soft defense they have. Full of holes, allowing over 60% shooting, ridiculous fellas. It's amazing that they're still in this game. I think it's going to come down to how bad they want it. I even want it. Ernie, sign me on a 10-day contract right now.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
Let's go, third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Taking a look at the Lakers. Anthony Davis is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's LeBron James, and it's Schroeder in at the 2.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row. in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Now here's
LeBron,
Davis.
AD, foul.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
Davis is really the total package. A mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And we were talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
That one is no good. Suns leading by 3. To the inside. Crowder. And Crowder brings it in.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And here is Paul, following the three-pointer by Anthony Davis. Up top, Crowder, who's guarded by Davis. And here's Booker from the ball.
Using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Davis,
Davis. It's Davis with the jam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Crowder with it, picked up by Davis, and the shot's good from Crowder.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range.
Davis.
Now here's Davis. Here's Drummond, and that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got his 3rd assist on the night. Ball passes to Crowder. Takes it to Bridges. And good that time. Bridges has got 8.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
LeBron Davis, you know.
LeBron against Bridges, and James throws it down.
Well, he's fantastic at playing to his strengths. Doesn't get outside of himself. I mean, when he's scoring at an efficient clip like that, he's hard to stop.
Now here's Booker, and he has 28 points in the game. Shoots over Schroeder. No good from Booker.
Pass break.
Bridges with the steal. Pass to Paul.
Speed. Pinaglaruan si LeBron doon.
He's 7 for 9.
CP3 on a solo spurt ability surge. There's not much you can do as a defender when he gets on the roll like this.
No, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Chris Paul picks up that one. Like the level of nuance in the footwork that keeps evolving every few years. Talk about the changes that you have seen from the time you played to the exquisite footwork we see now.
Well, you know, some of my peers would say that these guys are being allowed to walk and have it talked about as good footwork. So you work with Reggie and other guys, and I hear them all the time saying guys are getting away with carrying the ball and so forth. But the footwork is pretty good. I mean, when you think about it, the step-back 3-point shot, the ability to make plays off the dribble, all attributed to footwork. I think it's just an evolution of the game. As players see more and more of excellent work on the court, they're able to emulate it a lot sooner and a lot better.
And he sinks the second.
Amongst the many things that I appreciate most about LeBron James, and there are a lot, his leadership. I mean, everybody else just kind of falls into place behind him because he's such a good example and a positive leader.
And let's catch up with our David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season.
Uy, grabe yung
Teams can
sumablay.
only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. Some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Kuzma.
David, thank you.
Kuzma.
And the Lakers with another miss. Suns lead by 6. This offense is really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Now here's Crowder. He's got 10. Ball right side. Here's Booker. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Schroeder against Paul. Schroeder dishes to Davis. Schroeder passes to Drummond.
Pinilit yun,
Open
pilit.
is Kuzma. And it's Drummond missing. And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. 6-point lead.
Ay, grabe, ginalingan.
After this game, the matchup against Dallas. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip.
They know he's looking for him, so it's easy to see why Paul's teammates love him.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah,
Hey, Davis, oh. Lalim, yari na. Sumablay.
Davis,
Yun.
and it's Davis with the jam.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Now here's Crowder. He's got 12.
Paul, bantayin niya yan, aba.
Shoots over Schroeder.
Hindi sumabay eh.
And the Suns take on 2 more.
You know, he does it easily, and it's really smooth the way he scores. Calls form and release on the shot. Really about as good as it gets.
Poste,
Crowder
ayan.
against Davis.
Ayan.
Shoots over Crowder, and the
Nice.
shot goes down.
Ang daming pick
And
eh.
that's 19 points for Anthony Davis.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
Ball passes to Crowder.
Depensa ba?
The pass to Booker. Fires the 3.
Ay, hindi pala rebound.
Ayton kicks to Booker. Booker draws the double.
Depensa
In
ba?
the corner, it's Bridges. The Suns need to get a shot off. Kicks it out to Paul.
Wala. Pasok pa rin, grabe.
Paul's got the lead up to 9 now for the Suns.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated.
Kaya mo yan, LeBron, aba.
Much more individual.
Uy, ang
than the
lupit
other
na
one.
laliyop.
And it's slammed in by Davis.
Binato lang eh.
Hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Now, here's Bridges. 11 points in the game. Davis against Booker. From outside the arc, another three for
Walang
Phoenix.
naman lakas sa labas. Grabe sa labas yung Phoenix.
The paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
10 na. Ang ball Lakers
And they double up LeBron. To the paint, here's
Nice pass.
Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
And in terms of size, he's not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Shot
Ball
by
diretso,
Crowder, no
pass
good.
break.
And he did everything he could to make
Nice
that
pass,
shot as
Davis.
difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to
Ganda ng
generate
pasa na yun.
Yep,
Peaceful
exactly. If
yun.
there's any opportunity for early offense, you got to push it and push it every time.
Yeah, just proving how fast he can heat up. Once Ayton finds that rhythm, he is going to work.
Yeah, postehan mo
Here's
yan.
LeBron. The shot's
Postehan mo
good
si,
on the
ano.
assist by Schroeder. 26 points for LeBron.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been
Naku
so
po,
far.
patay na naman sa
Bridges
tres.
shot good.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time.
Diretso,
just like
LeBron,
it's
nasa loob
biting
na
them
eh.
now.
Yun, nice
Here's
pass.
Drummond.
Drummond.
6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
A tall and powerful big Drummond has a natural ability.
Showtime.
And
Showtime si Chris Boulay.
I love the play call.
Parang
Aiden's a
all-star lang eh.
well-coordinated athlete. He really has the reach. Give him a chance to go up and get it.
And the Lakers call time here.
Well, you know, sometimes I think we just take for granted how outstanding a passer Chris Paul is nowadays. I mean, this guy's averaged just under 10 assists a game for his career. Really one of the best point guards to play the position.
So for the Suns,
Palike ako mga Lodi.
checked in for Craig.
Palike ako ng stream.
It's Torrey Craig in for Devin
Say hi
Booker.
to the chat.
Here's Drummond. He's got 12. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Inside.
Nice pass. Nice pass.
Throws it down.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Craig passes to Bridges. Poke loose.
Nice. Steal, diretso, Kuzma.
And here we go.
Pass break.
Kuzma
Takbo na yan.
heading to the hoop.
LeBron, pass ah. Pinilit.
Tipped.
Pinilit yun.
Johnson outside. Over Davis. And it's Phoenix scoring again. Here's Schroeder.
Lakas ng Phoenix,
He's got 8. James outside. And they double up James.
Ginagawa ni LeBron.
Kuzma against Bridges. Out of bounds. Will go to the Suns. Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. Number 1, Andre Drummond.
And, you know, he took a lot of pride in being at the top of that rebounding list. When all was said and done, he was a man among boys.
Suns leading by 9.
Comment notify. Ring the bell
looking
icon.
over the floor. Pass to Bridges, to the middle.
Double
Ayton kicks to Paul. Over James. That's good from Paul on the assist by
Turbol sa ilalim eh.
Ayton's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Passes it to James. Little turnaround. Schroeder with the ball. He's guarded by Johnson.
No. Galaw ba?
Now here's Schroeder. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range. Bridges with the ball. Phoenix has gone 4-6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. To the paint.
Yari na naman wala depensa.
Throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack.
Ano na? Tambak eh.
Down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now here's LeBron. 28 points for him. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here.
And checking out some numbers here for Chris Paul. Last season, he played outstanding. 3rd in assists, and his ability to pressure and disrupt defensively was obvious. He ranked 3rd in the league in steals.
And as you mentioned, top 3 assists last year. He did a great job of setting the pace, finding the open man, making the simple delivery. And here's Sharge. He'll bring it up for the Suns. This is the most they've won by 13 points.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
James dishes to Drummond. Kicks it to Schroeder. Here's Kuzma. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Kuzma's got 9 points.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Depensa naman.
James against Paul. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Nice interrupt. Yun lang, di na rebound.
Shot by Johnson, no good.
Oh, that's
Diretso,
terrific
tira mo na.
defense there. That's
Tira mo na, James! Yari yan! Woo!
Quick he makes decisions. I mean, if the shot is there for him, LeBron is not going to think twice or hesitate. He'll let it fly.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Suns ahead, up by 10. And we'll be back with you right after this. And this is it. Glad to have you along
Arias,
for this
fourth
fourth and
quarter,
final
Arias.
quarter.
Kaya sa fourth quarter.
Lakers trail by 10.
Sampo.
Johnson and
Kaya yan.
Sharp are the 3 and the 4.
Baba yan.
Then it's Chris Paul.
Pahinga yung
Then
dalawa.
it's Kaminsky. And it's Craig in at the 2 guard. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Now here's Schroeder. Pass to Caruso.
Caruso.
Here's for 3. Trains it
Nice.
from beyond the arc. Caruso's got it back down to single digits for Los Angeles. The Suns shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively.
Pensa.
Now here's Kaminsky. He's defended by Harrell.
Pensa. Patayin niya yan. Titira yan.
5 on the
Patayin
clock.
niya. Graceful yan.
High,
Floater.
shot. Here's
Ilaw lang
Sharp.
rebound.
A rebound
Nice.
by the Lakers.
Apply.
That's a surprise.
Pass play.
Out of character for him to miss when the
Ay!
defense is not
Nice.
And
Nice.
it's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact
Yan na lang.
when it
Yan na lang
counts.
You know,
kagad.
they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Now here's Paul.
It's CPU versus CPU, guys.
There's the
No one
pass
is
to
playing
Craig.
it. If you double
Paul
decide.
gets the assist. Paul's got assist number 8 here in this one already.
Pick works well there.
I'm not playing
much
it.
resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense
I'm
you
not
need.
playing
You
it.
got to be tough
Computer
with
playing
defense.
it right now.
Schroeder against Saric. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. It's stolen by Sharp.
Clever, crafty defense. He saw that pass coming before it was even made.
Wow.
And the layup falls. And it's a 10-point Suns lead. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Phoenix.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that.
They repeatedly got down on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up. Nice extension that time by Dario Saric throwing down that alley-oop.
Morris against Saric. Morris kicks to Caruso. No good on the triple. Phoenix leading by 10. Saric passes to Paul. Back to Saric. Fades and shoots. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Saric has got 6 here in this quarter.
You know, Saric can get it done just about from anywhere, and he's comfortable firing from mid-range, too.
And there's the defensive 3-second call.
What's up, James? Davis. What's up, James? Davis.
What's up?
On the free throw, no good. Dane, he's checked in for the Suns.
Napasok mo yung dalawa eh.
Schroeder outside. Pass to Harrell. Shot clock at 6. 2 points. That one goes.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Now here's Shorich. Back to Paul. Out to the right wing. Here's Payne. Another one falls for Phoenix. Lakers trail by 12. They double him with Shorich. Shooter kicks to Caruso. Passes to Harrell. Clock at 6. Lays it up off the glass.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys? Honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Paul passes to Shorich. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
Hey, you know what? Even when you hit Shorich, I mean, he figures out a way to score anyway.
Crowder, he's checked in for Phoenix. Devin Booker comes in for Paul.
Napahinga yung dalawa.
And a big summer for the Lakers, trading for Anthony Davis. For a time, Greg, it even looked like they had a great shot at landing Kawhi Leonard.
He ends up choosing the Clippers, which gives rise to a compelling rivalry. The nexus of NBA basketball has shifted to the city of angels. Whichever team you root for, LA fans with a lot to celebrate.
You know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
Payne kicks to Booker. Shorich outside. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Payne passes to Booker. Shot from free throw range. It's good. Booker's got 33 points.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
It's stolen by Shorich. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. And the shot goes in. And that's now 35 points for Devin Booker.
With the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Here's Caruso to the inside. Here's Harrell. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
Here's Payne. Morris with the rebound.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Down low, here's Caruso.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt.
And you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
That one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crowder. Some changes for Phoenix. DeAndre Ayton comes in for Shorich. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Johnson. And then for Los Angeles, Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Morris. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Caldwell Pope, and James subbed in for Alex Caruso.
Foul,
and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Great muscle on display there, James. Even when he gets hit, he can still score.
Shout out, senor, shout out. Say hi to the chat.
Find the lane. What's up?
Pasok mo, LeBron. Nice. Yan na lang. 8 na lang.
Suns leading by 8.
Defense.
Payne passes to Crowder.
Defense. Defense. Defense.
Here's the dish to Bridges.
Defense. Defense.
Ayton against Harrell.
Wala.
6 to shoot.
Depensa.
Kicks to Payne.
Wala yan, layo eh.
Bridges
Nice.
misses.
Yari na, diretso.
And it's Schroeder with the ball.
Pass
He
break.
brings it up to the
Diretso yan.
Lakers. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge. I think the official got that one right.
Chris Paul's checked in for Cameron Payne. Now here's Schroeder.
LeBron,
And they
kalabaw na.
double up James.
Nice
Here's
pass,
Kuzma,
nice pass.
And Kuzma slams it in.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting
9-0
guys
no?
in a position now to succeed.
Certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
And the Suns call time.
And positionless basketball,
Laban, mga Lodi.
and Kyle
Mga
Kuzma really
kagigis.
fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets
This was a
buckets.
great game. Shout out to all the viewers right now. Show some love to the stream. Say hi to the chat. Please comment, notify. Ring that bell icon.
We've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Devin Booker.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Monty Williams talking to his team. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat.
Nice.
Make one final push and try to go out strong. See if they were listening, guys. Start it.
And very light-footed is Kuzma. Moves well for his size.
You know, kind of a tweener in terms of build, but he has the ability to light up that scoreboard, something every team can use.
And the Lakers call time here.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
Nag-iinit si LeBron, no?
Lakers trail by 8. James in the and Davis throws it down.
And this offensive explosion has narrowed.
Almost happened too late, partner. I mean, their offense didn't come alive until they were nearly out of it, but it is alive now.
Now, here's Bridges. Back to Booker.
6-point game.
Shot clock at 6.
Oh, lakas niyan.
It's over Schroeder. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 39.
And he's coming up big here in the clutch.
Composed under pressure, and he's now 4 for 4 here in the fourth.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Jake Couch. I'm afraid for Anthony Davis a rest for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis. And so Anthony Davis nails both of them.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Ball against James. Puts it up from 12.
Nice.
And it's ball missing.
It's
Kuzma with the ball for Los Angeles.
LeBron. LeBron.
Put that bucket in no time at all. And that's now 35 points for LeBron. Phoenix has gone 1-2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Nice assist from Booker. Booker's got assist number 8 now on the night.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Now here's Schroeder. Dishes it to James. Fires from the wing. And it's good. 2 points. LeBron's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory. And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Timeout called the Lakers.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
To the middle. Here's
nice
James.
pass.
The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. LeBron's got 39.
The magnitude of the moment not lost on LeBron James. He knows they needed a bucket there, and he's going to get it for them.
Now here's Bridges. Ball outside. Ball is doubled. Just 5 to shoot. The feed
Ay, bilang! Ganda ng pass. Nakita pa yun.
Don't let him get position deep in the post.
Exactly. I mean, once he's got the ball in that area, the battle's already lost.
Now here's Schroeder. And it's Davis finishing it off.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
Potential momentum builder there.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was all safe. Done, no question.
Nice, Schroeder.
Remove all doubt. Get it down, hard, and simple.
To the
Wow, walang depensa sa ilalim eh.
He is showing signs of maturity in these moments.
It's
clear that he takes pride in for his team.
Now here's James. And
nice, James.
Good. James has got 7 points in the quarter.
And something we don't see nearly as much as we used to. The finger roll.
Sa depensa mo dapit.
Booker looking around. Booker tries to
wala yan! Wala yan! Pumasok yun!
Booker's got 41.
Well, he's been doing it all night.
41 points. Grabe.
Yeah, no let up when you meet the guy. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
James finds Schroeder. They double him with 8.
And pasok mo!
Wide open. He shoots.
They
get it back.
Nice.
And Kuzma stays with it.
Kuzma showing you the killer instinct, which oftentimes is really special, showing you how valuable he is.
Ito lang yan. Pensahan niyo malupit.
Got it.
Nasi Brooker. He's possibly
With one of his shots ball.
Yeah, that's not a bad way to end the possession, though, and it's the reason this game is coming down to the wire. I mean, his touch from outside and from the field in general has been superb. Elevating his aggressiveness and level of play in moments like this. LeBron. As they come.
Now here's Booker. 4 seconds separating the shot and game blocks. Booker draws the double.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're behind by 5. 12 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
Quick three, dead foul.
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Schroeder. And no good that time. Good work defensively by Crowder. And an intentional foul right there. And so they foul intentionally.
Okay guys, more talo na Lakers dito.
It's the first that increases their lead to 6.
And Chris Paul, very much one of the best and most talented point guards in the league. A really poised floor leader who always is talking and is really an excellent leader too.
So it's a defeat. The Lakers.
Here's Kuzma. So it's Phoenix picking up the win.
It drives up for grabs right
until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, what does a win like this do for you at this time of the season?
Hopefully it gives us a little momentum. We got a tough stretch coming up. We got our back next week, so hopefully it just gives us a little momentum.
We'll see if you can keep it going again. Thanks, Chris. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge.
Thank you guys for the watching of NBA simulations, computer versus computer. See you on our next stream, Game 2. Please support. Like the page, follow. This is the end of our stream. Thank you. God bless.